Okay, so this flotation tank has been filling up with water, and the only place I can figure it's coming in is through these bolts where the painter attaches. But it means that I have to get inside here. I gotta get inside here to get at those nuts there. Alright, gonna try a little more direct route here. Feels like it's about there. Alright, so I think I'll put it right up here. So there's the general concept. So you got to take that out and then put fiberglass, epoxy it. I'm going to fill that in with fiberglass and epoxy, and then just put some roving and fiberglass on the inside of here. Because it looks like there's some kind of coring material there. I don't want water getting into that. Alright. So with my things now in a storage facility just outside of Baltimore, I have to rent a car to go retrieve the things I'll need to work on the boat. So I've just returned the car. Now I'm left with a 13-mile bicycle ride back to the boatyard. There's a very nice countryside, I might add. So this is the clamping mechanism for the self-steering wind vane. And I see a few cracks here, and the grain runs this way. So I'm afraid what's going to happen is that this wood is going to crack from the clamping pressure and then onto the shaft there. I see a few cracks in the end. I'm just afraid this wood is going to split. So what I'm going to do is just put some sort of route, or sand this down a bit and just put some fiberglass here just to prevent that. So you kind of wrap the end in fiberglass, both of these, just to prevent a split from starting. I'll see how that works out. So how exactly I'm going to get all this wetted out is not sure. I think it's basically just use this as a wick. So hopefully, looks like the epoxy filled in there, so it looks like we did all right. And does look okay too. So this is the galley sink pump right here. You can see this is almost, these are the wear points on these pumps, is these bronze pins that go through. This is almost worn through, so I'm going to see if I can repair that. I have a whole nother one as a spare, but with these I'll repair them once, and then next time it wears out and goes, I'll just replace it. still a little bit left. A little bit of bronze left. So I'm going to see if I can sleeve this silver solder sleeve in there. So I've sawed some short lengths of brass tubing, and I'm just bending it and fitting it inside the enlarged hole there. And now I'm spreading the flux paste on it. And the silver solder will follow wherever the paste is. And then you just have to heat it up, which I use a MAP blowtorch. You have to get the piece hot enough to melt the solder, just as with regular electrical soldering. Alright, so just got to drill a hole back through and file away some of the wastage here, or some of the over solder. Alright, well, go give this a try here. Feels nice and smooth. Should be good for the next 50,000 miles. One job I've been meaning to get to, which is the wires coming off the battery to the bus here, which, you know, feeds the whole system, the fridge, everything, inverter, charger. I was just using these 10 gauge wires, and it was really kind of, I mean, I wasn't using, I don't use all that much power, so it was okay, but still, it was not. You really want thicker wires coming from the main battery here, just so you don't get any voltage drops. Okay, so what happened here was, as you can see, this outer laminate, the water got under it and it delammed. And I think the problem is that these corners are too sharp. So what I'm going to do is round these corners and then wrap, because I wasn't able to wrap the laminate around the corner. I just have it on the sides, on the top, and on the bottom. And I'm pretty sure that's where the water came in. So the plan is to round these edges and then try to get a couple layers of laminate on the edges. Hopefully that'll stop any future water ingress. So that was the old Stasel boom, which is turning into a topsail yard. 23 years ago, I bought Ruth Avery from Meade and Cheryl Breese, a Gilmer 31, which they fitted out and named after Meade's mother. Turns out they still live in Rock Hall, Maryland, and so they stopped by for a visit to see how their old boat was doing and what her new owner was up to. Well, the boat's a mess, but please step aboard.
Oh, I don't care. I don't want to impose if that's.
No, go ahead and take a look. And
I like the dot.
Yeah, that was one of my better additions here.
Yeah, no, I like the butterfly hats too.
Oh yeah, I added that. That was on my 2008 refit.
Measurements.
Yeah. Yep, it's still the ABI windlass. It still works.
I got that Cheryl's dad. I got that, and it didn't have any grease fittings on it. So her father machined it a slot in the.
And they're forecasting thunderstorms this afternoon. Ah, that's new. See, you got to kind of wrestle yourself in there.
Uh-oh. If you get in, will you get out?
I'm just not very flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Line around your shoulders and I can winch you out.
I like this a lot, Kevin.
Yeah, it looks great. Really great.
Were you able to cut these down and use these doors from the front?
No, these were made from just made from scratch, and you see it's all.
I like
Everything on this boat is
extra.
just packed with.
Yeah, well, of course you live here.
So Meade stopped by and dropped their old picture book off of Ruth Avery. So this is obviously when they first got her. And yeah, look at that. There was absolutely no woodwork on her. We skip all the way ahead. Looks like they're moving her out of the shed here. And she's almost ready to go. Look at all this gleaming brass. So that's Meade and Cheryl right there. The original owners and builders. Like the champagne bottle there. Yeah, there it is. Ah, they're gonna christen her Ruth Avery. And I think this was this fellow here was Meade's friend Mike, who helped with a lot of the building. So here they just launched her. Consider supporting this channel by becoming a patron. As a patron, you will be able to view my videos free of ads. You will also be able to leave comments, ask questions, and message me directly. You can become a patron for as little as $5 a month.